Hey, today I want to talk to you about 11 laws that I think will put money in your pocket. Don't mess with the state of Florida when it comes to the legality because they're going to win. But what I like about the state so far as I've discovered living here is that they usually err on the side of the resident. They're here to protect me and they're here to allow me to benefit and prosper. I like that a lot. Before I talk about law, let me just make it very, very clear with this disclaimer. I am not an attorney. I am a certified, licensed by the state of Florida realtor. I am not legally trained or certified, so I'm not giving you legal counsel. I'm giving you my personal opinion based on observation as a citizen. So the laws, my friend, are your friend. They will put money in your pocket and they will protect your life if you'll obey them. Let's begin with the gun law. You have to be 21 years of age to buy a gun. The NRA, National Rifle Association, is working hard at the state level right now to change that law and lower the age to 18 to buy a gun. You do not need a permit to buy a gun, and you cannot openly carry a gun in the state of Florida unless you are in the process of hunting, on your way to a hunting excursion, or on your way to a shooting range, whether it's indoors or outdoors. Florida has what's referred to as stand your ground gun laws. If you are in danger, your bodily harm is being threatened, your family is being threatened, your home or property is being threatened. The governor passed a law about 2.5 years ago that says you can stand your ground. Beware. We believe in the Second Amendment in Florida, and the gun laws are based on that fact. Stand your ground. Law number 2, motorcycles and helmets. My friend, you can drive a motorcycle in the state of Florida with no helmet. You do have to have eye protection, but if you have $10,000 of insurance on your bodily protection, you can drive a motorcycle without a license. If someone's on your motorcycle, they're under the age of 21 and they do not have eye protection or a helmet, you're breaking the law. So they want you to wear the helmet, but motorcyclists jokingly refer to helmets as the open casket helmet and the closed casket helmet. The open casket helmet is a fully molded fiberglass helmet, including the face, the mouth, and the chin guard with a heavy-duty face shield. The closed casket funeral is a Beetle Bailey helmet that just sits on your top of your head. The ears aren't even covered. There's a leather strap that comes under your chin, and there you have it. My friend, the fact is this: traffic in Florida is heavy all the time, but in the months of January, February, and March, when snowbirds are here, traffic is what would be considered extremely heavy. There's very little protection on a motorcycle already. Do yourself a favor. Wear the helmet. It'll probably come back to your benefit, maybe even save your life. Law number 3 is marijuana usage in the state of Florida. Don't confuse Florida with California and Colorado, because Florida says no to all forms of recreational drugs. They do realize that there's some medical benefits to marijuana. Therefore, if you have a signed doctor's note, and if you are declared by that doctor to have a bona fide medical problem, they will allow you to use cannabis medically. Law number 4, Florida is an at-will employment law state. That means that your employer can fire you with no notice and virtually no explanation. But it is a two-way street, and it means that you as an employee can quit your job on the spur of the moment and without any legal notice. Union workers do have the benefits of being hired and fired by union regulations, so the state backs up the union. So as a union worker, if your boss comes and says you're done, you have a legal arm to fall back into because the state says, no, it has to be done by union regulations. It is called the At-Will Employment State Law, law number 4. Law number 5, drinking and driving laws. In the state of Florida, you don't want to mess with drunk driving because, my friend, if you get picked up with a blood level alcohol content of 0.08, you are declared drunk. You will be taken in and arrested as under the influence, get charged with a driving under the influence record, and you will be charged on the first offense, beginning at minimum $400 plus 50 hours of community service. The fine will be non-negotiable. It'll increase for second and third offenses. The penalties will increase stiffer and stiffer. You will be able to negotiate your community service. If you don't have the time to do that, they will allow you to pay $10 per community hour of service issued by the judge. So 50 hours would be an additional $500 fine. The state recognizes that if you want to be reckless with your life, you have that right, but they do not want you to be reckless and irresponsible using alcohol and driving to hurt yourself, but especially someone else. So drinking and driving is serious in the state of Florida. Take it seriously. Law number 6, alligator laws. Yeah, alligators exist in Florida. They're referred to as some of the last of the prehistoric dinosaur era, and they are plentiful in the state of Florida. Beware. There's a hunting season here. You can hunt alligators. You need a license and you need a tag for only 1 or 2. I don't know how many they allow per year, but I do know this. If you kill an alligator, or if you harm an alligator egg, if you harbor or entrap an alligator, any way that you mess with an alligator is considered a third-degree felony. You don't want that on your record. Alligators own the waters in Florida. If that's the mindset you need to work with if you are visiting or if you are residing in Florida. We give up the rights to the freshwater streams, lakes, and ponds because the alligators exist. They live there. Don't let your kids play near the water. And it's highly recommended that you not let your dogs and pets play in or near the water's edge because the alligators are serious. It's rare that you hear of an alligator attack, but when you do, it's usually very serious. My friend, alligator laws are here to protect you, not to harm you. It's very, very rare. Don't fear them, just respect them. And I must add that it is illegal to feed the alligators. It would be rare to find an adult who does not own and operate a car and that does not own and operate a cell phone, but I'm telling you this, you do not want to mix the two. When you're driving, when your car is moving, you cannot hold a cell phone in your hand. The cell phone needs to be used only if you're stopped at a red light or if you're pulled over and your car is non-mobile. They do allow you to speak on the cell phone if you have a hands-free mechanism in your car. Terrible accidents have happened as a result of people being distracted by cell phones. So the cell phone law is not to penalize you just to make life difficult. It's because history has proven cell phones distract and therefore accidents kill. We don't want that. The next 2 laws I'm going to mention should not be confused, and they should be understood as not regulated by the state, nor the county, nor the township. They're regulated by the development in which the resident lives. The law number 8 is homeowners association laws. These laws are governed by the homeowners. There's an association that you will need to apply when you purchase the home. They will give you a set of rules and regulations that you need to read. When they approve you, you need to understand this. When you agree to move into a residential area with an HOA, you are agreeing to abide by the laws of that community. And if you buy thinking that you're going to wiggle and squirm, you're going to be miserable. And the homeowners association is going to be miserable. So realize this, The homeowners association can tell you, yes, you can have a boat trailer in your yard or not. You can have a camper in your yard or not. Your color cannot be pink, purple, or polka dotted. We are going to tell you, and they're going to give you a wide range of colors to choose from, but they're going to have to approve your color of your house, the color of your roof, and the color of your trim. Some people don't like that, but if you don't like it, make sure you don't like it on the front end. Don't buy the house. Homeowners Association laws. Law number 9, that is not state or local or county regulated, but also regulated by the development, is called the CDD, Community Development District. This goes back to problems when developers were buying land, promising to have all kinds of amenities, and then after they filled out all the lots, they pulled out without coming through with what they promised the residents. The state said, can't do that. So the state worked in conjunction with loaning institutions, and they came up with what is called community development districts. The builder now is bound by state law, regulated by local developers, that each resident is charged X amount of dollars, billed one time per year, attached to the tax rate, and that CDD is good for 15, 20, or 30 years. You need to check on that on the front end. The last 2 laws that I want to mention are state regulated. They should not be confused, even though they both contain the word homestead. Law number 10 is the Homestead Protection Law. This says that if you are in debt, your home cannot have liens brought against it by your debtor in order for them to collect their money. Now, there's 2 exceptions to that law. You made a promise to your mortgage lender. Mortgage legally just means that the owner made a promise to the lender that they would pay back that debt. If you do not pay your mortgage, the state is going to back the lending institution to come and take your home away from you. So pay your mortgage every month. Keep it up to date. The other one that you can't mess with is Uncle Sam. No one messes with Uncle Sam and gets away with it. You need to pay your taxes to the IRS. So the Homestead Protection Law states that the creditors can't come and get your home, but the government can, and the mortgage lender can. Law number 11 is the Homestead Tax Exemption Law. Now, this law is highly in favor of the homeowner. So the state of Florida says, we want you here, we like you here, we want you to stay. And they give you an incentive to stay. So the appraiser by law has to come in and appraise the taxable value of your home. But the Homestead Tax Exemption Law says, we're going to take the value of the home and then take $50,000 off that and tax you only on that amount. So let's take an example. The home you buy for $400,000. You live in it for at least 1 year. You have to be in it by January 1st of the year you're applying for, and you have to apply by March 1st in the year that you're applying for. If you meet all that criteria, you can submit your application to the tax collector's office. When they approve you, if your home was purchased and is at an appraised value of $400,000, they're going to say, we're only going to tax you on $350,000. Have a nice life, pay your taxes, and enjoy life. So these 11 laws are some of the ones that I think are important. Some state regulated, some not. Give me a call. Did I miss any that applied to you? Do you have any questions? I'll look forward to seeing you real soon. This is Brent Haggerty, licensed in the state of Florida. My information is going to be at the end of the video, and I want to help you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just reach out to me, and I'll see you next week, 6 a.m. every Tuesday morning. There will be a brand new production. I hope to see you there. Would you please like it? Would you share it? Would you hit the subscription button right now? And I will see you next week.